Hello, is that Samantha?
It is. Is that DJ Gloss?
It is. So how are you today? You good?
I'm good. I'm not complaining. I'm trying to not be nervous.
Oh, well, there's nothing to be nervous about. We're only having a chat. I just wanted to ask you really sort of about the beginnings of your musical career, because, you started at a very young age, didn't you? Well, professionally even, not just within music itself.
Yeah, no, well, from the age of 12, yes, I started doing vocal lessons. And from there, it escalated quite quickly onto joining things and going out and doing shows. And I was doing shows by the time I was 13.
Wow.
And it was a lot of fun. At that age, it's just a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
And I haven't grown up, so it's still fun.
Well, that's all good. No, not growing up is wonderful. That's all part of it. You know, I like that idea. So what sort of things did you sort of get into initially? What were your first sort of big breaks in music?
Oh, well, funny enough, the first thing that I actually got into, that was the very first professional thing that I did, was a thing called the Caribbean Choir. Wow. And we did a program with Judi Dench in it. I think it was called Men Behaving Badly.
Yeah.
And we were the section that was doing the choir bit. That was the first kind of thing that I joined. And from there, I've worked on Cliff Richard's the song for Cliff Richard, and I've done things with Peter Andre. I vocally trained Peter Andre at one stage.
Wow, that's good. Peter Andre, and were you also involved in the Return of the Mac?
Yeah, I did the backing vocals for Return of the Mac.
Wow.
I wasn't the only person that did the backing vocals on that, but yes, I was one of them. Again, I vocally trained All Saints as well.
Really?
That was
Yeah.
Wow. For a short time. So yeah, I've done touring and stuff with people who are well known and people who are not, and done my own stuff. And I released a track called In the Mood, which was a cover quite a while ago now, but because I'm still young, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, there you go, because it's not that long ago. Well, we played today a track of yours as well, which is Feel It.
I didn't hear it. Oh no.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Feel It.
Feel It came about around, I think, roughly about 7 years ago, something like that. I wrote it about 7 years ago. I started it off anyway then, and I took it to a really good friend of mine. His name's Derek Taylor. He used to work with the group Roachford.
Yep.
And we took it, together we finished writing it and we took it to another level. And we then left it there because we just about got a deal and then it fell through. And we left it there, and we sort of, in this business, you end up doing all different sorts of projects. And we went off on our different projects. And then I sort of just thought, do you know what, this song is quite a good song. I came across it again a little while ago, and I thought it's a good song. I think it's time to revamp it and actually do something with it once and for all. And that's basically how that came about.
Thank you very much for allowing us to do that. That's really great. So what are the next things for you? What do you got sort of in mind going forward with Feel It, and perhaps with some other material? What's happening there?
Well, with Feel It, to be quite honest, I love the track and everything, but it's kind of also a learning curve for me, because it's me being on my own and basically seeing what the public like now. I put out stuff that I like, but you never know if the public's going to like it.
You see, with Feel It, I mean, it's got a very modern feel, pardon the pun, but it has a very modern feel about it, you know. Although R&B soul, you know, it fits nicely into that arena. There's out there at the moment a very big sort of audience for that kind of tune, and you know, we as a radio station are very pleased about that, and very pleased to be playing that for you. So yeah, I think it fits well. It certainly was received well amongst our listeners this morning. Yeah.
Yes, excellent. I mean, coming from you, that's brilliant, because I don't think I'm ever going to be as in touch as you would be, being the people that actually play it.
Yeah, hopefully we're kind of in touch with that kind of thing. So, but I like it loads. I think it's wonderful.
I'm really hoping that opens up the door for the second single. That hopefully will be coming out next year, beginning of hopefully in March. Not quite certain, but hopefully in March.
Can I ask you a question going back in time?
Yes.
To when you were a small Samantha, and before you started to do your stuff professionally at the age of 13, what sort of was the attraction to music when you were really little? And did you were you one of these kids that liked to sort of get into school plays and do that kind of thing and get into singing in front of the audience and church and whatever?
I did love doing school plays, but the truth of the matter is that I was only like that with music because really, I mean, a lot of people won't believe me to this day. Only, I guess, close people get it. But I'm very shy, and I was always a very shy person when I was younger. And going to vocal lessons it's learned behaviour of, for me, I think anyway, in being the way that I am now with people and having people skills and things like that, because honestly, I can have a laugh and joke with you and stuff, but I'm so shy that sometimes I don't even know what to say, if that makes sense.
It does, but I mean, I know what you're talking about, but you haven't come across that way at all in this interview. It's been lovely talking to you, and your answers have been wonderful. So this shyness is obviously something that you've dealt with, which is great. Yeah. And before I ever got into it, I was always humming around the place, and also my brothers and sisters, they had very good musical taste, and I'm the youngest one, so I would be listening to things that they would be playing and humming along with that, and then driving them all crazy in the house. And go on, tell us what you used to listen to. Tell us what you used to sing. Come on, fill us in with the details.
There were loads of different things. There was things like Southern Freeze, and there were things like Aretha Franklin. Oh, my brother used to love playing Prince. That used to always be blaring out his name. Musical influence at home and growing up, and it was eclectic as well. It wasn't just one kind.
Well, I mean, you mentioned some A-listers there, some serious A-listers, so that's all good. And so, what about when you were in your teens? What did you go? When you used to sort of go out, when you went clubbing and you weren't really old enough to go, but you went anyway. What did you go and dance to?
Well, the truth of the matter is I didn't. Not really. I mean, I when I was allowed, because there was none of this sneaking out thing that didn't work in my house, unfortunately. There was none of that.
I get it.
But when I was old enough, I would go sometimes to clubs with my friends. I can't even remember the names of them. I didn't go that often. And that was due to I would usually be working in them or singing somewhere else, which is still the case to this day. I don't get to go out much, if anything, in that sense of me going to a club. But if I'm usually working on the weekends. One thing that I do want to mention, if you don't mind, it's about a charity that is very close to my heart. It's called the Bojang Tamba School of Excellence, and it's basically a charity that I've been involved with. That the founding member, his name is Patrick Augustus, and it's a school in Gambia that has now been built and has been up and running for 2 years.
Wonderful.
And it's basically teaching nursery school children aged under 5, basically. And they when they first started, they couldn't speak a word of English, and now they speak quite fluently. Wonderful. And also, I should be going out there hopefully next year to go and teach them singing and go and see it and stuff. And I'm speaking to him because eventually I'll be putting an album out. So these singles will be going on an album at some point, hopefully at the ending of next year. And I'm going to be donating some of that towards that charity, and I just wanted to give it a mention.
Yes, that's lovely. Do they have a website or something like that our listeners can go to?
Do you know, I should have been prepared, but I think if they just put in Patrick Augustus, the Gambia School Project, I believe they'll find the website.
Yeah, because Google will just go find it for them or something. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That's absolutely wonderful.
But I can't wait to get out there. Do you know they were so grateful, DJ Gloss, that everyone who took part in helping them, no matter how big or small, they had a ceremony for all of us to give us our stay in the Gambia. I missed it because I was away on tour, but I'm going to go and get it soon.
Oh.
And they're just so lovely.
Oh, that
so
sounds
lovely.
wonderful. What a beautiful cause, and what a lovely charity to do some work for, and what a lovely outcome. Education of children. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, because our listeners will also want to engage with you, and I wondered if you could tell us about your Facebook and your Twitter and your websites, if you have them, and so on, and where they can buy your lovely music.
Okay, well, they can get my music, first of all, on iTunes or Amazon or CD Baby, the usual outlets. It's pretty much on all of them now. And as for myself, I'm just on Facebook under Samantha Scott or Samantha E. Scott, whichever one they choose.
Okay.
And I think that's it, really. I can't really think of any other... Oh, there's Twitter as well, and I'm under Sam Scott's World, I think.
Sam Scott's World. Wonderful.
Yeah, all one line. And also YouTube, Sam Scott's World.
You know, it's been absolutely lovely talking to you as well, and I'm glad you didn't appear to be nervous at all, and because there's no need to be. It's just a conversation with a couple of friends about music.
Oh, thank you so much. I've got to say, I believe it's you why I felt relaxed in the end anyway.
Oh.
So thank you very much. It's been lovely speaking to you too.
You have an absolutely blessed and beautiful evening, and thank you for your time.
You too. Thank you so much, DJ Kloss. You take care of yourself.
It was lovely talking to you, and just have a lovely evening, and we'll speak again soon. You take care, Samantha.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers now. Bye. Bye.
Bye.